There comes a time in life when you find yourself in a situation that feels like a slow erosion of your spirit, eroding your happiness, health, and sense of self. This is not weakness. It is a silent signal that something needs to change. Perhaps you are in a relationship where you are no longer respected, or in a job that drains you without any satisfaction, or stuck in a cycle of obligation and guilt that leaves you empty. Today, we will look at 9 specific moments when leaving is not just an option, but an act of courage and self-respect. We believe how making these difficult decisions, guided by the wisdom of Stoic philosophy, can lead to significant personal growth and a life that is in line with your true values. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you will have a clearer understanding of when to let go, how to embrace new opportunities, and why leaving may be the strongest, bravest decision you can make. First, respect. This is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, whether personal or professional. When respect begins to fade, it will be felt in every interaction. Perhaps your ideas are rejected in meetings, your partner interrupts you, or your friends continually ignore your boundaries. These small, insignificant actions add up over time, chipping away at your self-esteem and making you feel invisible. It's like standing on a shaky foundation that could crumble at any moment. The Stoics remind us that our self-respect should not depend on the opinions or actions of others, but it's incredibly difficult to maintain when you're surrounded by disrespect. In a workplace where respect is lacking, you may notice a decline in enthusiasm and productivity. Your contributions go unnoticed, or worse, someone else gets the credit for your hard work. It's not just a blow to your professional pride, it's a signal that you're not valued in this environment. The same goes for your personal relationships. When your partner, family, or friends don't respect you the way you deserve, it's not just hurtful, it's toxic. It can make you question your worth and put enormous strain on your mental health. Walking away from these situations isn't giving up. It's reclaiming your dignity and self-respect. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own actions and reactions. You can't control how others treat you, but you can choose to walk away from an environment that doesn't respect you. It's an act of self-preservation, a statement that you deserve better. By walking away, you're not only protecting your mental and emotional well-being, you're setting a powerful precedent for your future interactions. You're telling yourself and the world that you won't tolerate disrespect. It's not an easy decision. It takes tremendous strength and self-awareness. But by doing so, you create space in your life for relationships and opportunities that align with your values and support you. Think about it. Every moment you spend in a place where you are not respected is a moment taken away from finding and building a life where you are valued and respected. It is not just walking away from negativity, it is opening the door to positive, respectful environments. This act of walking away is a significant step toward personal growth and self-respect. Respect is non-negotiable. It is the foundation of every meaningful interaction. So when you find yourself in a situation where it is lacking, remember the wisdom of the Stoics. Focus on what you can control and have the courage to walk away. Your self-respect and inner peace are worth far more than staying in an environment that diminishes you. Second, your health. It is your most valuable asset. It is the foundation upon which everything else in your life is built. When you find yourself in a situation that is negatively affecting your mental or physical health, it is a clear signal that something needs to change. We often experience stress, anxiety, and physical tension, thinking that this is just a part of life. But when these issues become chronic, these are red flags that cannot be ignored. Consider a job that demands more from you than you can give. Long hours, constant pressure, and a toxic work environment can lead to burnout, stress, and even serious health problems like insomnia or high blood pressure. Your body and mind can only take so much before they start to break down. It is imperative to listen to these warning signs and take action before it is too late. The Stoics believed in the importance of balance and moderation, and overstepping your limits is a clear violation of these principles. In personal relationships, the stakes are no less high. If you are in a situation where constant conflict, neglect, or emotional abuse is affecting your mental health, it is important to acknowledge the damage being done. Anxiety, depression, and feelings of being trapped can arise from being in a toxic relationship. Stoics teach us to value our inner peace and avoid those who disturb it. Leaving an abusive relationship is not a sign of failure. It is a courageous step towards protecting your mental health and reclaiming your peace. Physical health is no less important. Perhaps you are engaged in an activity or lifestyle that is causing you physical harm. Maybe it is a sport that your body can no longer handle, or habits that are gradually wearing you down. Ignoring physical damage can lead to long-term damage. The Stoic principle of living in harmony with nature includes caring for our physical bodies as part of our natural existence. We must respect our limits and listen to what our body is telling us. Leaving a situation that is damaging to your health is an act of wisdom. It is about recognizing that your well-being must always come first. This wisdom includes knowing when to let go of what no longer serves you and putting your health above external obligations or pressures. Imagine how your life could change if you put your mental and physical health first. By leaving a toxic environment, you open the door to healing and growth. You give yourself space to restore. This may mean finding a job that respects your work-life balance, maintaining a relationship where you are respected, or adopting a lifestyle that promotes your well-being. Your health is not something to be compromised. It is the foundation of your ability to live a full and meaningful life. By recognizing when a situation is damaging to you and having the courage to leave, you are choosing to honor and protect yourself. The Stoics remind us that true power lies in our ability to maintain inner peace and harmony. So make your health a priority, make the necessary changes, and remember that walking away from what is harmful to you is a powerful act of self-care and wisdom. Third, your values. These are the core principles that guide your actions, decisions, and overall direction in life. They define who you are and what you are worth. When you find yourself in situations that force you to compromise these values, it creates a deep inner conflict that can be incredibly distressing. Whether it's in the workplace, in your personal relationships, or in any other area of your life, living in conflict with your values can lead to a deep sense of dissatisfaction and unrest. The Stoics emphasize the importance of living in alignment with your principles and virtues. They believe that true happiness comes from aligning your actions with your inner convictions. Think about a job that requires you to act unethically or against your moral principles. Every time you compromise your values for the sake of your work, you feel like part of your integrity is slipping away. It's not just a feeling of discomfort, it's a loss of touch with yourself. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca believe that maintaining your integrity and virtue is the foundation for a fulfilling and meaningful life. When your work conflicts with these ideals, it's a clear sign that it may be time to walk away. In personal relationships, compromising your values can be just as destructive. You may be in a relationship where you are pressured to behave in a way that doesn't align with your beliefs, or surrounded by people whose actions and views conflict with what you value. Over time, this dissonance can erode your sense of self and lead to constant inner torment. Stoics teach us to choose our companions wisely, because the people we spend our time with can greatly impact our character and well-being. If your values are continually being compromised in your relationships, you may need to reassess and perhaps walk away to maintain your integrity. Walking away from situations that compromise your values is not an act of weakness. It is a demonstration of strength and self-respect. It shows that you are committed to living authentically and putting your principles above convenience or external approval. Stoic philosophy encourages us to act in accordance with our true nature and to remain steadfast in our virtues despite external pressures. By doing so, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and harmony, which is vital to our overall well-being. Imagine the freedom and power that comes from living a life that is completely aligned with your values. When you make decisions that reflect your principles, you build a strong foundation of self-respect and confidence. You become a person that others can rely on and trust, not because you always do what is easy, but because you consistently do what is right. The Stoics believed that such integrity was the key to true happiness and satisfaction. It is important to recognize that compromising your values, even in seemingly small ways, can have a cumulative effect. Every time you act against your principles, it becomes a little easier to do it again, leading to a slippery slope that ultimately takes you further from your true self. By standing up and walking away from situations that require you to compromise your values, you make a powerful statement about who you are and what you are worth. This act of courage and integrity can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Fourth, when we stop growing, we start to feel stagnant and unfulfilled. It's like being stuck in a rut, where each day feels like a monotonous repetition of the past, whether it's your career, your love life, or your hobbies. The Stoics believed in the constant pursuit of wisdom and self-development, viewing life as a journey of continuous growth. When you're no longer moving forward, it's a clear sign that something needs to change. Consider your career. There may have been a time when your job was challenging and exciting, full of opportunities to learn new skills and advance. But now it feels like you're just going through the motions, with no new challenges, no place for advancement, no excitement. This lack of growth can lead to a deep sense of dissatisfaction and boredom. The Stoics teach us to strive for excellence in everything we do, and to look for opportunities to grow and improve. If your current job does not offer such opportunities, it may be time to explore new avenues that will rekindle your enthusiasm and curiosity. In your personal life, lack of growth can also be a significant problem. Relationships, for example, should be dynamic and evolving, helping both partners grow and become better versions of themselves. If you find that your relationship is stagnant, where interactions feel repetitive and uninspiring, it may be time to reassess it. The same goes for your personal interests and hobbies. If a hobby that once brought you joy and excitement now feels dull and routine, it is a sign that you need to seek out new avenues for growth and learning. The Stoics valued the pursuit of knowledge and personal development, and encouraged you to continually seek out experiences that challenge and inspire you. Walking away from a situation where you are no longer learning or growing is an act of self-care and wisdom. It is about recognizing your potential and refusing to settle for less than you deserve. The Stoics believed that our time on earth is limited and that we should use it wisely, constantly striving to improve ourselves and our understanding of the world. By seeking out new opportunities and challenges, you honor this principle and make the most of your life. Imagine the excitement and satisfaction that comes from a constant state of growth and learning. When you challenge yourself and step out of your comfort zone, you open up a world of possibilities, you develop new skills, gain fresh perspectives, and become more resilient and adaptable. This continual growth not only improves your professional and personal life, but also contributes to your overall well-being and happiness. The Stoics believed that true satisfaction comes from living in alignment with your nature, which includes the desire to learn and grow. It is important to recognize that growth often requires leaving behind the familiar and comfortable. This can be scary, but it is a necessary step to reaching your full potential. The Stoics taught that discomfort and challenge are necessary for personal development. Embracing change and seeking out new experiences cultivates resilience and strength. This willingness to grow and learn is evidence of your commitment to living a full and meaningful life. Fifth, when your efforts are not appreciated, we've all been there. Giving everything to a situation and feeling like it's barely noticed, let alone appreciated. Whether it's a job, a friendship, or a family relationship, being invisible can be incredibly frustrating. You put in countless hours of work, help a friend, or constantly support your loved ones, only to find that your efforts are met with indifference or expectation. It's draining and can leave you completely burned out. When your hard work and dedication go unrecognized, it's a clear sign that something needs to change. In the workplace, this can look like constantly putting in extra effort without a single thank you or acknowledgement from your boss. Your contributions become expected rather than appreciated, and soon you begin to burn out. The Stoic approach teaches us to focus on our own merits and actions rather than seeking recognition from others. However, it is important to recognize when you are in an environment where you are consistently unappreciated. This can lead to long-term resentment and lowered self-esteem. In personal relationships, being unnoticed can be even more painful. Imagine always scheduling meetings, offering support, or making sacrifices only to have these gestures go unnoticed. Over time, this imbalance can lead to resentment and a feeling of emptiness. You may begin to wonder, why do you try so hard if it is not reciprocated or appreciated? It is not about constantly seeking praise, but about mutual respect and recognition. Walking away from a situation where you are taken for granted is a powerful act of self-respect. It is not about being selfish. It is about understanding your worth and refusing to accept less than you deserve. The Stoics remind us that we should not depend on the approval of others for our sense of self-worth. By leaving an environment where your efforts are undervalued, you create space for opportunities and relationships that truly recognize and value your contributions. This decision can be difficult. Often there is a fear of the unknown. What if you leave and don't get a better job or lose a friend? But staying in a place where you are not appreciated can be much more damaging in the long run. It is a slow erosion of your self-esteem and happiness. The Stoics advised us to act in accordance with our principles and values, even if it means making difficult decisions. Put your well-being and growth above familiar comfort. Imagine yourself redirecting your energy to people and places that truly value you. This shift will not only boost your morale, but it will align your life with principles of mutual respect and recognition. It is an awareness of a balanced dynamic where your efforts are recognized and rewarded. This balance is vital to maintaining healthy relationships and a positive self-image. By walking away from those who take you for granted, you are setting a standard for how you expect to be treated. It is a statement of your own worth and a step toward a more fulfilling life. You deserve to be in an environment where your efforts are recognized and valued. Remember, as the Stoics taught us, your worth is innate and should not depend on the recognition of others. Stand firm in that belief, and don't be afraid to move on from those who don't value what you bring to their lives. If you are new here, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more lessons on ancient wisdom. Thank you for watching, and see you in our next video. To watch more Stoic wisdom videos, select one of the videos that will appear on your screen now. Stay stoic.